Hey, we now tuning in back at the Petty Show. Well, when being petty goes wrong, what would you do? Again, if I say, don't pass me, don't get in front of me, you know what I'm saying? I want the next cup of coffee. That's what this was about today in church. I actually went to church today, ladies and gentlemen. And this is the Petty Show, starring your host, CEO, Mr. Samuel Rice. And we're talking about when being petty goes wrong. So these two old coons, you know what I mean? They salute, you know what I'm saying? But that was wrong, definitely in the house of the Lord, especially about a cup of coffee when being petty goes wrong. So the dude, he hops in front of the old school man, and old school, like, man, get out my way, man, come on, bro. You know what I mean? Cup of coffee, bro. You know what I mean? You have, black people is extra. You know what I'm saying? So you got everybody inside there, you know what I mean? Watching. Ooh, classroom, you know what I'm saying? Ooh, we're gonna have me. You know what I'm saying? Because everybody in there, you know what I'm saying, waiting for breakfast or, something to eat, whatever, etc. The moms in the house, the old ladies, they want to see a fight too. They want to see what's going to be happening next. So, all you heard was, blah! What the hell was that? So you know how Flintstone, when he, or one of them little things did not fly up on his head, like, whoop. That boy had one of them on his head, like, see my hair standing up, I mean, see how that hair was standing up, I did that? Hey, did that boy the same way? Man, when being petty goes wrong, like I say, crack the man in the head by that cup of coffee. What would you do if somebody crack you in the head by that cup of coffee? You walk in front of the brother, you ain't even say excuse me, you just, woof, Debo, right? Get out the way, you know what I mean? Boom. Felt like you were 10 feet tall, you know what I mean? Everybody think you the big bow hog, whatever, etc. When being petty goes wrong. Because you feel like, man, I need me a cup of coffee, bro. It's cold outside, man, Dude, I sleep out here, you know what I'm saying? Nigga, I need me a cup of coffee. Nigga, I sleep out here. Nigga, yeah, you know what I mean? One of them big bow hog cats, you know what I mean? Come through like Debo, they don't know what it is, you know what I'm saying? When being petty goes wrong, like I said, it's the name of the show. So, the other old cat, you know what I'm saying? Man still had the coal in his eye, looking like a cougar cat. But he was looking like a bobcat, a tomcat. And the other cat, you know what I mean? I ain't gonna front, but he looked like he had done got came up out the wilderness, you know what I'm saying? Sleeping with you know what I mean? Alligators and water moccasins too now, But man, like he was over there with the beavers and the goddamn raccoons and that, like, you know what I mean? I think that was, you know what I'm saying, no easy one, but when he got caught that hit, when being petty goes wrong, what would you do again? What would you do if somebody, you know what I'm saying, walk past you? Just bust you out the way. Would you pardon them? Would you forgive them? And understand that, maybe they're just having a rough moment. You know what I'm saying? You having a rough moment too. But it's still in your hands to be the bigger man. You know what I'm saying? The whole point is don't be petty. You know what I'm saying? Because both of y'all made a fool of yourself, Both of you really did. Both of y'all look stupid in the house of the Lord. Both of y'all get the petty face of the day. You know what I'm saying? You get the petty face. You get the petty face. You get the petty face of the day. For real. And man, that's so petty, you know what I'm saying? People ready to fight for the stupidest things at the stupidest times and the stupidest places for the stupidest reasons. Not stupid, but for the pettiest reasons. Because this is not the stupid show, this is the petty show. You know what I mean? So with that being said, you gotta stop being so petty, you know what I'm saying? Don't be petty, because this, pettiness will get you hurt, you know what I'm saying? People be petty, at red lights and stop lights, you know what I mean? Be ready to literally shoot your whole car up, ready to, road rage because they being petty because you're, driving faster than them or slower than them, whatever, etc. Or you call it better than theirs, you know what I mean? Stop being petty, you know what I mean? Just conduct yourself like adults, conduct yourself like children should behave. Conduct yourself in the authority of what God gave you to do. Don't be extra with, anything in life, because anything that is extra, it definitely is not extra good for the heart. It's extra not good for the mind. It's extra not good for the body. It's extra not good for the soul. It's definitely not extra good for nobody. It's not extra good for your family. It's not good for yourself, and it's definitely not extra good for heaven. So with that being said, we got to make better choices, because you have to decide at the end of the day where you're going to go at, you know what I'm saying, for being petty and hateful and spiteful. So don't be petty and be a fool, you know what I'm saying? This is one of those episodes where, all that could have been avoided. It could have broke out bigger. Well, one of the guys, could have stabbed each other with a knife, but, somebody in between, a couple of cats, the other old cats got out, like, boom, hey, man, that's enough, you know what I mean? But it still was serving, though. The food kept being served, the ladies did, you know what I mean, laughing with the whispering, you know what I'm saying, because they knew, you know what I'm saying, that eventually it was going to come to one of the moments where, you know, men have to stop being petty and so aggressive and wanting to be so beast mode and try to bully others. You know what I mean? And that's what they, you know, one of those cases that probably was. You know, you just can't bully people in no form of fashion. You know what I'm saying? You don't bully nobody mentally, spiritually, emotionally, or financially because because you might have more than another individual financial status. You still don't try to bully that person and make them look belittle or anything because that's being petty. And being petty could get you, you know what I'm saying, in a bad character spot in life. So that's why we don't do pettiness. This is the CEO, Mr. Samuel Rice, the Being Petty Show. There's a lot of petty situations and petty things happen, but you have to be the bigger person. Don't be petty, even though, you know, like I said, you know, what's your response? So that's what we want to know. That's what I want to know. What would you do if somebody hit you in the back of your head with a cane that probably weighed about 4 pounds? cane go at the back of that head like one of those wrestling figures. Blah! And people like, oh, shit. I mean, you should have saw you got struck by lightning, you know what I'm saying? At the same time, I have to be funny. I have to be petty because this is the petty show. So, you know, I have to be extra petty. I have to be petty to keep my views going. So, you know what I'm saying? Me, Dirty, I'm going to tell you what I would have done. You know what I'm saying? For you being so petty, you know what I'm saying? You know, for wanting that coffee so bad, you know, I would let you have it. You know what I'm saying? I would let you have it, you know. And that was it. That's the pettiest shit I could have did. But nigga, you want that coffee that bad? I'm going to be petty and get my petty ass out the way. That's the pettiest thing that you can do, is be petty like I don't even see your ass. That's the pettiest thing you can do, is when you don't acknowledge somebody else petty. That's the best way to be petty. I'm going to say you that again. The best way to be petty is don't acknowledge somebody else when they're being petty. You know what I'm saying? Because I have to keep it real with the wisdom and the knowledge. You know what I'm saying? And at the same time, I still have to be petty and funny because that's why it's called the Petty Show. You know what I'm saying? So it's just the pettiest things, you know, that people overlook that, you know what I'm saying? Well, this wisdom is just petty to me. I'm just going to overlook this little petty jewel. I'm not going to let this shit take root in my mind to make me, you know, become a better person, you know. What he's saying is petty. What she's saying is petty. I'm not going to take that advice and become something better in life, you know. If a person telling you something positive, don't think it as them being petty. If a person telling you something wise, don't think it as being petty. If a person telling you about the Lord or whatever, etc., or vision that they see, don't think of them folks being petty. They're not being petty. You know what I'm saying? You might take it in a petty way. Don't take it in a petty way. Even though this is the Petty Show, you still have to. I'm not saying you have to, because that's me being petty, but I have to be petty, you know what I'm saying? But if you decide to do so, because there's an if thing, I can't, you know, by me saying you, that's like me forcing something on you that you would have to do. I can't do that. I can't speak on that. It's something that you would want to do on your own, you know what I mean, as a person or an individual. You have to stop being petty. You know what I mean? These petty moments and these petty times when you're walking through the mall, or these petty times when you're walking downtown, you know what I mean, feeling like you want to bowhall a block, or you know, these petty times when you want to, you know, show out a stunt, you know what I'm saying? Because somebody might snatch you out your car for being petty. You know what I'm saying? Stop being petty. You know what I'm saying? So these petty times when you pulling out your cash, somebody might rob you, whatever, etc. Or, you know what I mean? These times when you being petty, when you don't want to speak to somebody, and then you fall on the street and twist your little ankle and your little Jimmy Choos and, you know, your little red bottoms, little stuff like that. But you have to know that being petty is not good, you know what I'm saying? It's funny to me, but I like to be petty, but I'm petty in a funny way, you know what I mean? I'm Buddy Love petty, you know what I'm saying? Like Professor Clump, you know what I'm saying? Buddy Love petty, you know what I'm saying? You done seen the Clump. When that boy Buddy Love coming through there, you know what I'm saying? When David Chappelle was on stage, you know what I mean? You had to make Professor Clump look like a fool, you know what I mean? You were real petty talking about the fat man, you know what I'm saying? But it wasn't no fun when the fat man lost the weight and became a skinny man. So when you know what I'm saying, when the fat man went looking right, you know what I'm saying, became Buddy Love. Buddy Love came through that thing being extra petty, you know what I'm saying? So I give him that Buddy Love, you know, when it's time for me to be petty, I'm Buddy Love with my pettiness, you know what I'm saying? Boy, I ain't gonna stop. You know what I mean? Pull up on the scene like Eddie Murphy, baby, you know what I'm saying? That Buddy Love pettiness. So, petty episode number 1 starring me, you know what I'm saying? petty episode, however many more episodes of me get the chance to be petty and get questions for you people. Drop the comments below. You know what I'm saying? What would you do if somebody got cut in front of you for a cup of coffee? You know what I'm saying? And it's cold outside. Would you hit him in the back of the head? You know what I'm saying? With an old cane? Would you pull your gun out? Would you choke him out? What would you do? We're not here to promote violence. We are only here to promote love and peace and stop being petty. But be petty, but not more petty than me. Amen. Have a great day.